Hi, welcome back to our next session of LeadTalk. So last time we covered why we are starting this LeadTalk, what is the inspiration, why we are on this mission, myself Shilpa Joshi and our founder Dr. Gerald Amandu, why we are on this mission to have this LeadTalk, which specifically covers leadership skills and career transitions, and especially for working professionals, busy working professionals like you, aspiring leaders like you, the seasoned leaders like you, who can be part of this mission, because we all want to be future ready. And today, as we promised, we are building our own case as to why LeadTalk is the need of an hour and why should you even listen to us. Why and should not miss any single episode. And here are some of the things we have thought of bringing out to your notice so that you will realize, yes, maybe LeadTalk journey is for me. It's created and crafted for me to enable me, to empower me. Right? So that is, we are on the mission. So Coach Gerald, with your permission, I'll start with first one or two points and then maybe you add your words of wisdom as well.
Absolutely.
So first thing, what I thought about thank you. So firstly, when we thought about LeadTalk, this is what we were discussing, and I'm just going to bring out some points from our candid discussions only. So there has been always this old theory of hard work, which we were indoctrinated with. We believed in it, that just keep working hard, keep your neck down, and don't look here and there, and do hard work, and one day you will be successful. And absolutely, there is nothing wrong about hard work, because sincere hard work is also a pleasure. It is required, but maybe we realized on the way that's not enough. And that's why the LeadTalk, because it also supplements and aims to give you all the tools and the ammunition which you need along with your hard work, so that your hard work becomes the most important work in your life, which actually helps you achieve your journey, the success, the dreams, the desire, some secret, wishes, and the, fulfilling thoughts you have. So we want you to give all that ammunition and not just tell you, okay, keep working hard, and one day maybe somebody will be pleased with you and give you what you want. Right? So that was one of the concepts we discussed. The second one is we are learning from mentors, like myself and Dr. Gerald has common mentors, and we'll talk about our mentors because we value them immensely, because we are what we are because of the collective efforts and wisdom of them all. And one of our mentor always mentions, like, you do not have an income problem. You do not have actually a success problem. What separates you from that is that you are having skills problem. And what I want to also bring out to your notice is that we are slowly moving not only from the degrees and the knowledge to also having the skills, the adaptability, the flexibility, and the agility for getting success. So that's why we strongly believe in upskilling ourselves. And it's not just any skills. These are the skills which creates the better impact for you, for your organization, and for your clients. Because finally, that is on what you are evaluated at, right? So we are going to talk more about why the skill economy is there, and if it is there, how can we make best out of it? So over to you, Dr. Gerald. What would you like to add?
I just love the old theory talk about hard work, and one of the stories from one of our mentors is that the hardest working people are not necessarily the most successful. Nothing wrong with hard work, and the world in which most of us live has taught us to think and behave in a certain way. We are taught that just like my co-founder Shilpa has mentioned, to put your head down, which means just work and work, day in, day out. But the question we often forget to ask is, work hard on what? Right? Because you could work hard on the wrong thing that the economy doesn't need, right? Today, we are going into AI. We are going into Internet of Things. Those are the things you should be. We are going to people skills, people management. We are going into career transition. So the hard work is all right. But one of the things we want to bring in this lead talk is we want to empower you to work hard in the right things so that you can be the best candidate for the skill economy. As you already know, and we alluded this to in the first episode. If you didn't watch it, just go back to the first episode. We talk about the great resignation,
Yes.
especially in the West, where people are moving away from the jobs to creating their own opportunities, business opportunities, personal consultancies, and stuff. So, because of the skill economy, the people who are not prepared mentally or physically or psychologically for this are finding their many years of hard work suddenly displaced. And then
Absolutely.
their career is broken, right? And this is where my co-founder, Shilpa, will help you. Because with the skill economy, the thing we want to bring to your awareness is it has to be the right skill, the skill that is going to be needed in the next 5, 10 years. Okay. In Japan, for instance, as you guys know, and in South Korea and many other places where we have a lot of high tech, many of the jobs that humans used to do are now replaced by robots. So, in this career transition, in this leadership development, the kind of discussion we want to be engaging here are things that of the future. Actually, we want to make you future ready. Okay, we
Yes.
want to make you, as you guys already know, we have a coaching background and we have corporate career background. So we're able to see, and we are in business as well. So we're able to see the world in three different directions. And this brings us to the fact that we want to empower you for your highest potential, right? Because you probably are living and acting at 30% of your capacity, and you think you are actually there. No, we will show you that potentially you could be three times. Actually, we will help you 3x yourself, your income, your leadership skills, your career transition, your career progression. Many of you are thinking, I'm just a manager. I could not be a GM. I could not be this. You have limiting beliefs about yourself. So, in this talk, we are going to talk and we're going to invite guests that are going to help you to see how you can actually be the highest potential of yourself, overcoming your limiting beliefs so that you can be the best person you were created to be. I know, Shilpa, you are the career expert. I want you to talk something a little bit about why the career growth is something that you are going to share with them. Go ahead.
Yeah, absolutely. So, Dr. Gerald, first, I would like to compliment on you bringing up the point of living the life with the limiting beliefs, because that's where is actually we are creating a ceiling for ourselves, which is imaginary, but we are considering that as a reality. So, it's time to create our new realities. And absolutely, I would also want to continue speaking about in the lead talk about the career and personal growth by design. Most of the time when we start our journey in the career and profession, we start from a place of having need for earning, having need to support our family. So it is a very needy journey in the beginning, and then the choices are also by default. Okay, I got a job here, I got some opportunity there, let me try, let me keep doing, maybe things would change little later. But what happens over the period, we get into that complete set of the environment and we start feeling comfortable. And that's when the career is not happening by design, but it is happening by default. And it's not your fault as well, right? Because we are getting conditioned over years to accept what comes our way and think we are doing the best.
Mhm.
But what could do to get unstuck from this created imaginary reality and actually go for your fullest potential? That's what I call a career and personal growth together as a design. So that's what we want to talk about here in the journey. The another point we would want to bring to your notice here into your consciousness is creating your unique positioning. We have been always told to fit in, be adjustable, be part of the system. Now, I'm not telling you to be a rebel, okay? But it is also not right to always fit in. If you are made to stand out. We are reading quotes, be yourself, be your best, you are enough. Is it reality? Or are we getting illusioned by certain quotes? You are your best version if you try to become your best version, not currently. If you feel something is missing in your life, now that's the time when you actually go for the next level of your life. So how you can be different, how you can stand out in the crowd, how can you cut through the noise. So we'll talk more about this as well in the coming time, because I think that's what will separate you in this race around us. The next point I want to speak about is having this leadership skills is also about able to drive your organizational visions, mission, and the goal along with you, driving your team with you, creating that atmosphere within yourself and outside you, so that people feel that magnetic force within you, so that you actually inspire people to take the right actions.
Oh, I love
How,
that.
how about how about that, Dr. Cheran?
I just two things that strike my mind when you say you would like people not to live small. Basically, not being rebel, but being able to achieve their best, coming out of that little cocoon, right? As they
Yes.
have said themselves. And I could imagine just myself in the early days coming out, it's very interesting, right? So I like that. I like that. And the fact that we should be able to position ourselves, not just be in the job because we are focusing on the income. And something special that you mentioned that I want to just emphasize again, the fact that you mentioned in the beginning, and this is okay for you if you're just beginning your career. Finances, survival. We start in the survival mode. It's okay. However, one of the things, the problem is many people get so stuck in the survival
Yes.
mode.
Yes.
Then, as days go, years go, the months go, they're just where they started. So they're like in their junior years in college forever, right? Until almost 60. And we don't want that. So we want, because of the skill economy, the
Mm-hmm.
skill economy is moving very, very fast.
Yeah.
And these are some of the things we'll be mentioning. So, how can you have a commanding position 2 years after your graduation? It
Yes.
is by having the skills that your company will need. That's if you're working, or as a business person, bringing into your company ideas from outside that are going to help your business scale, right? So this is very important, and these are things we'll be talking here from different experts and from our own expertise as well, so that we can help you to navigate through the tough times. All of us know what the world went through since 2019 and 2020, 2021. The entire globe almost shut down except for a few industries. Now, people who had poor leadership in the job, many of them lost their jobs.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the secrets why some people remained, even if they downsized the companies, the people who remained were those who had leadership positions and those who had planned their career progression wisely.
Hmm.
They became indispensable to the company. Or as business owners, they were able to navigate and become adaptable. They were able to become agile and make their teams agile and navigate through the pandemic years. And that's why today they are thriving, right? And so these are perspectives we want to be bringing to you, so that rather than wait, you can jump on the bandwagon of the skill economy and actually profit from this. Yeah. My co-founder, what would you like to say?
Yeah, absolutely. And I agree to that, because these are the, non-separable aspects of skill economy. And some people may agree, some people may not agree. But what is happening is that's not going to change the facts. And we are getting disillusioned by thinking, oh, that's not what I think is right. May not be right for you. But what if that's going to help you? We are here to bring and put these things on, all these facts on the table for you to choose, and choose very wisely, right? So as we navigate, I also want to add on to the point what Dr. Gerald said is about the professional moves by plan. Okay, you got started from a place of struggle and survival, but what happens after that? That is not demanded by your situation. Now that is decided by your choice.
Mm-hmm.
And are you exercising your choices daily? And are you exercising your choices very carefully so that your career decisions, your business decisions, your leadership decisions are not random, but they are part of the plan, and you move towards your success goals very strategically? Yeah. And next point I would like to highlight is that we also want to talk about the skills, because skills are the things which helps business owners and the leaders like you to have a unique ability to influence. Gone are the days when we have to convince people and people get convinced by PowerPoint presentations
Mm-hmm.
and giving a random motivational speech. That is gone in 2 minutes. Next 5 minutes, the effect is gone. What about then getting the real results for you and for your team and for your organization? So, how can you have that unique ability so that you not only command your position, but you also effortlessly lead yourself and your team and take them through a culturally built progression? That's what would make the real change for you, and you would also be able to enjoy that progress.
I love that. I like the fact that you talk about really being as a leader, being able to influence, because this is one of the things that leaders struggle with. Because originally, being a leader, just being made a manager by the bank or by the education institution, does not make you a leader, right? Having a position does not make you a leader. And so, what we want to help you is, how do you transition from this appointment letter that I'm now the team leader to being able to make people do things for you? Because leadership is about influence. And one
Yes.
of the things we will be talking about on LeadTalk is, how do you influence people actually in a way that they're happy to do things for you and with you, rather than just doing things because you're the boss, because at the end of the year you're going to evaluate them, right? So that's gone. The era for that, the influence you exert by threat and those kind of things is so limited that you cannot build your company based on fear, right?
Yeah.
You remember, we are now going into skill economy, where somebody can walk in today and they will walk out tomorrow, right? So this is very important, and this is where the element of sustainable growth culture is, so that we also help you to build your company to align with your professional self. Okay, your professional self, because within each one of us, there is the self we believe in. Who am I? What is my journey like? Right? So, one of the points we'll be discussing here is, how do people get in alignment with themselves, with their dreams, with their goals, so that the business you build or the career positions you aspire to be are congruent, they're in alignment, right? Because life is not enjoyable if your alignment is here and the job you are doing or the business you're doing. So they kind of go parallel. Life
Mm.
won't be enjoyable. And I'm sure, Shilpa, you some of your clients you've helped have had that disalignment. Maybe speak to that a little bit.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's a very good point, because when I start helping my clients on their career transition, what I firstly bring to them is their self awareness and the discovery process. What
Mhm,
happens, nobody has even asked us. Most of the people are never asked in their life, what do you want?
mhm.
And that's why sometimes this simple question becomes the most difficult questions for everybody. They do not know. They are making this journey in a very distracted and, by default way. We are going ahead, we are in the flow, but then that gives a feeling of running on a treadmill, not reaching anywhere and getting
Exactly.
exhausted. But
Exactly.
when that running is in a direction, maybe even if it is a graceful walking, but it's towards the destination you want to go, the direction you want to go, then that
Yes.
becomes a fulfilling journey. And that's where we help our people to know who they are, who they can be, and what are they here for. When you get these answers, the journey becomes very purposeful and very fulfilling as well. And that's what I'm here to talk about.
Oh, beautiful. I love that. I'm sure you are, our community here is going to really benefit from you. And just to know more information, just down at the bottom of this presentation, we will have our links there.
Yes.
And really to like book a call and just know more about how we can potentially help you, and especially if you are struggling with your career right now, this is the time. So feel free. There's going to be a booking call, and just link up and speak to Shilpa. She will help you, so you don't have to be on the treadmill and go nowhere, right? And just sweat and sweat and just sweating like the hamster wheel, right? I'm sure you know about the hamster wheel. It goes nowhere.
Yeah.
The animal goes nowhere. It gets exhausted, right? And unfortunately, many of you feel stuck. And part of our mission here is to make you get unstuck so that you get empowered.
Yes.
Right? And one of the things and one of the things one would like to do, and we notice, because speaking with different clients from around the world, we have come to the realization that there are a lot of misconceptions about what leadership is, what proper career transition is. And one of the things we would be talking about here is really, what is leadership? Because we have the old understanding of leadership and we have the contemporary understanding of leadership. And what is the difference? What is leadership not? What is proper career progression when you're in the corporate career and when you are in transitioning out from corporate to private, like what we've done? What are the do's and what are the don'ts? So this is why we would like to make sure you mark out 1 hour of your Friday to make sure you're here, you interact with us, and you continue to share your stories with us, and stories that are interesting. We will actually feature you, we'll invite you, and we will talk together so you can get the opportunity to share your experience, your stories with the entire world. Okay. And this, we don't know the platform you're listening from, but this is going to be available on YouTube. It's going to be available on Spotify. It's going to be available on Apple Podcasts and all different platforms. We're trying to make sure it is spread to as many options as possible. So you get to listen to this when you're driving, when you're working out, whether you're cooking or doing housework, right? So this is limitless learning. And this is one of the developments today that make people go quickly upwards, transition very quickly, and become better leaders. Maybe Shilpa would like to speak something about that.
Yeah, absolutely. So we are going to make it available at many places, and also please book time with us for us, because we are here in this with you together. The reason why I'm saying this is that when we were doing this transition and when we were having our struggling days, what happens is most of the business owners and most of the top corporate leaders, even you at whatever journey you are in the career, sometimes we have friends, family, everybody, but the journey, professional journey becomes very lonely. Yes. There are very few things we can actually share with everybody around. Maybe that's not from a perspective of not sharing, but also protecting others, and we don't want them to feel the pain what we are feeling, and we want to give all the pleasure what we can give to our friends and family. But this loneliness can be very, very disruptive, right? So we are here. You don't have to struggle alone. We are there to support you. We are there to be with you, and it's all our journey together. So please put your burning questions and challenges you have. We'll try that we bring the best insights to you so that you can get immediate solutions. So please write to us on the LeadTalk podcast @gmail.com, and please take best advantage of Dr. Gerald's leadership skills and his expertise and mastery on this particular topic, because leadership these days is the biggest challenge, especially when the working environment is so changing, evolving. It's partial, it's sometimes work from home, it's sometimes offline, online, but the leadership has to continue. So let's work together. And next episode, would you want to share, Dr. Gerald, what they should expect on the next episode and why they should be here with us?
Absolutely. So our next episode, we are going to go deep. Now, today we just mentioned in highlights of basically the things we've been talking, but we are going to go deep in our next episode about what leadership really is and what it is not. So we're able to uncover the myths, we're able to uncover the misconceptions, we're able to look at the old way of looking at leadership and the now way of looking at leadership. We shall also look at the way we should look at professional transition today. Whether you are transitioning from a junior person until the GM, or you are detouring, you are taking off. Maybe you are a mid-level manager and you say, no, I don't want to be in this company. I want to build my own. And this is where we will guide you so that you don't go the wrong direction. So your resignation does not become a source of regret, right? We've seen people do that. We've witnessed in our professional careers, we've witnessed people do that. So we are kind of here to hold your hand to make sure that you do not do it the wrong way, because we made mistakes, and that's why we're here advocating for you to have a smooth path. And this, one of the things we'll be mentioning in the next episode, why it matters now, why you need to be the best leader now, why you need to plan for your career transition now, because the times are changing. And this is why we want to give you an edge, right? We want to give you an edge. And that's why you cannot afford to miss any of the episodes, especially this episode that's coming, because this is where you're going to learn some unusual definitions, some unusual conceptions, okay? So that you're prepared for the future. We want to make you future ready, right? So we want to make you a winner because we are looking after your success. So again, just like my co-founder said, write to leadtalkpodcast@gmail.com, and you can also book a call with either Shilpa or with myself. If you would like something about career transition, please go ahead, book a call on her calendar. If you want something on leadership development, book a call on my calendar. We'll put those clearly there. And if it is something that you want to speak, maybe here, or you have a guest that you want us to invite, you write to LeadTalkPodcast@gmail.com. So we will reply to you and we will invite you to be part of the show so that together we can grow this community. All right. So Shilpa, take it away, and
yes,
a few ideas
absolutely.
you'd like to share. Go ahead.
Absolutely. So yes, please connect with us. Please share with us. Let's do this. And this word, be future ready, is very close to my heart because I drive that as a mission. We should not take what we have for granted. It's the biggest lesson I learned, and I want to share more about that with you. And always stay tuned with us, stay winning, and stay super focused on this journey, because we are with you and we want you to win. So see you in the next episode, and please comment below your insights, your top takeaways, which will help others to get inspired to be part of this journey. So please do that, and I welcome you all again for the next episode, which we're going to have next Friday. Thank you.
Yes, I love that. We'll see you next Friday. Bye.
Bye.